Copyright laws apply to all contents of this video. Hello, JOMAJ Studios here, and this is our original fantasy action adventure, Like Water, The Next Age. Episode 13. Barnabas, with no regard for his health, used his programming abilities to fly where Ice was last seen, as fast as he could, only to find rubble and dozens of dead bodies. A scene almost identical to the day he found his homeland in ruins. The young programmer analyzed the area and picked up an energy signature, the way a bloodhound would have sent. He then flew Ruby and Maya to the care of Harold, before using the energy signature he picked up as a source of navigation. Because his emotions had overridden his sense of practicality, Barnabas found himself falling out of the sky as a result of untreated exhaustion. "What was that?" asked Randall, a 60-year-old scavenger that worked the wastelands. "I think that was a person," said Murdoch, his fellow scavenger and a friend of many years. Both men approached the now unconscious Barnabas. "Is he alive?" asked Murdoch, while his friend listened for a heartbeat. The two men then proceeded to search the young programmer in an effort to find anything they would deem valuable or useful. "Wow, this is fancy," said Murdoch as he put on Barnabas's glasses, only to find they served as mini computers as well as spectacles. Barnabas then began to groan as he gained consciousness. "Ow!" blurted out Barnabas, holding the back of his head in pain. "Well, howdy, sunshine," said Randall as he and Murdoch stood over the young man. Barnabas, who was just able to take back his glasses and get to his feet, tried to manipulate the air around him, which in turn caused him to faint. A few hours later, Barnabas awoke with a foggy haze, only to find himself near a fire where Randall and Murdoch sat drinking. "Where am I?" asked Barnabas as he sat up. "Welcome to our humble abode," said Murdoch, who was clearly drunk. Barnabas looked around what seemed to be their campsite, which was made up of a large tacky tent, a well, and a fire to sit around. "What happened?" asked Barnabas as he once again took his glasses off of Murdoch. "You, my friend, fainted, and so we dragged your behind for 3 miles to give you this here hospitality," answered Randall. "Thanks," said Barnabas, now realizing he had finally got the rest he needed. "Thanks? I feel kind of bad now," whispered Randall to Murdoch. "Sorry?" responded Barnabas, who was immediately shot with a tranquilizer dart by Randall's hand. 15 minutes later, Warren, a 7-foot sentient being that was half lava and half man, approached the camp. "Why have you summoned me?" asked Warren in his deep demonic voice. "You said we should let you know if you see anything out of the ordinary. Well, this guy here fell out of the sky," answered Randall as he and Murdoch nervously got to their feet. Warren looked at Barnabas, who seemed unconscious. The humanoid then proceeded to turn his right hand into a flaming blade and approach the young programmer, only to be suddenly impaled through the stomach by a large, sharp pike made entirely out of ice. "Looks like today is your unlucky day," said Barnabas as he got to his feet and approached Warren, who was in so much pain he couldn't even speak. "For the record, your two geniuses there had no idea I'm immune to all forms of medications and poisons until my enhancements are shut down," said Barnabas as he watched Randall and Murdoch run off as fast as they could. "Here's the thing. I know you are a high-level construct of the programmer who took my wife, and I would have allowed you to kidnap me, with the hope you'd take me to your creator. But since you clearly want to end my life, I'm going to have to end yours and then use all your insights to track down your master. I'm not really one for ending people's life, but seeing as you're a construct, which is basically nature's artificial intelligence, I guess it really doesn't count," shared Barnabas into the ear of Warren, who by now was so overridden with pain he wasn't able to acknowledge or express any fear. That is the end of episode 13, but before we go, answer this episode's question. Do you consider Barnabas's action towards Warren as evil, bearing in mind he is an artificial intelligence created by Zoo? Give your answers in the comments below, as well as on our Facebook and Twitter page. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. Until then, subscribe to JOMAJ Studio YouTube channel, add us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Link to our website on all social media can be found in the description box below. See you later.